So, Lawrence, how are you showing service-based business owners or companies with leads their ROI? Because I know that's something you guys do at Studio Hawk, right?
Yeah. So we often ask like lead value, how much is a lead worth to you? And track conversions based off our work. It's pretty simple, and you can apply those metrics in a basic formula to them to show them how many leads came through. And the key is asking what they converted, because we don't know that information, like you pointed out, unless they have a really solid CRM. But at least if you can get a rough gauge on that, we usually feel the response that if people are happy with the results, even if we don't have those clearly defined tracking metrics communicated back to us, if they're happy with the results and they can feel their business growing off that, that's obviously a good thing. But definitively, we've tried a few different tools. I'm a big fan of Attributor. They can actually see through a contact form where the inquiry came through and actually report that back in a Looker Studio as well. So we apply it to different businesses in different ways, but having a CRM in place makes it super easy. But if they don't want to do that and don't want to bother, but they still want to do SEO, we just try to find a way to make it work and just constantly ask them, like, how many leads you got last month? Are things looking good? I'm not in their business day to day. I don't know what's going on. They've got their other priorities, but we try to be as proactive as possible in communication. And if they ask us a question, and they always will, and we ask ourselves this all the time, why are leads low? If we can go and identify that issue and come up with a solution, that's what we're here to do.
Do you then, because I think that's like probably, our viewers, the biggest headache is like, how do I actually know what somebody closed, right, in a month or in a quarter? Do you actually sit down with them and have a specific time and day where you just say, hey, let's put in a meeting to just talk through one by one all of the leads that came through via SEO and tell me if you closed these or not and how much they were worth? Is that what you guys do?
We try to do it as much as possible, but it's very hard across entire client base because people are busy.
Yeah.
But again, we look at those signals and go, we report on what SEO metrics we can, and we ask them the question constantly, how are things looking this month? If we can get that meeting in, but sometimes we're working with marketing managers who don't have access to that information from the sales team. So our job can sometimes be handicapped by that, but we're as proactive as possible around that. I think, definitively trying to get 300 clients or so to sit down and do that, it's extremely difficult. So unless we could get them all onto one CRM that we could see visibly, that's a pipe dream, but we try our best effort as possible to get that information from them.
Perfect. Yeah, that's something that we do and struggle with as well, because you have your end of month meeting, you might have a mid-month fortnightly meeting as well, and then you're going to add on basically it's like some business owners might see it as like a no value meeting, kind of like a waste of time, but it's not, because you're tracking the ROI. But having that lead outcome meeting can be really big time sink to a lot of business owners, like you were saying, because you're literally sitting down and being like, okay, we got you 60 leads this month. Let's go through line by line. How did this lead go? How did this lead go? How did this lead go? But super important to do. I think it's so crucial to do.
So we rely on, are things good? Are you happy with the results? If they yes, then that's what we go by as well. With e-com, it's pretty easy.
So easy. So easy.
You can look at J4, Shopify, and just go is the trend looking up? If it's Black Friday coming up, ask those questions. But on lead-based businesses, that's the gold part of it, what you can really make moves around, but it's also the hardest part of it, because it's not as clearly defined as saying I bought a $10 kettle off this website. I wish it was that easy, but unfortunately not.
Tracking for service-based businesses is so much harder.
They've got, we used CallRail before. That's a great tool. They can actually hook into the phone system as well, so you can see who's called. Attributor I've used, and HubSpot. HubSpot's really great for it as well.
Yeah. Can you actually talk a bit more about Attributor? I've never heard of that. What's Attributor?
It's a really simple tracking extension. All you need to do is get an account, get the tracking code, and actually input it into the custom fields of a form. I think they've got forms that you can do, WordPress, HubSpot, a whole bunch. I think the team's based in Australia as well, and I've used it to great effect. It's just really simple. It's where did this lead come through? Organic. It looks through it through the browser, I believe, as well. You can see. I actually tested it through ChatGPT the other day. It came in as direct, which I think it doesn't have the capability to do that yet. Referral traffic, but you can actually just see every channel that it comes through. And it's really easy to implement on a WordPress website, and really easy to understand if you can get a traffic dashboard up through the Looker Studio.
Yeah.
It's like, I think the complexity is like how do we communicate this? It's like you just have to find the way to saying you got this many leads. This is the form that literally says where it came from.
Yeah.
And then if you tell us the amount, we can actually verify that as a revenue source that you got that month.
Yeah, right. Question for you, because Attributor would help with contact forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then what about calls? Because that's a big.
Depends on how your business is structured, but if you're more call based, something I think CallRail would be a really good solution for that as well. I was talking to an American company the other day, and they use that, and they were seeing AI searches and things like that coming through CallRail. They were very hyped up about it, which is really cool. And yeah, we used that in our own business for a while. We were able to track, and it actually records the calls as well.
Yep.
Easily implement, and yeah. I recommend it too. So those two tools work quite well.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a reason why you jumped off CallRail? Because that's actually something we use right now as well. Like
we don't get as many leads through our phone system anymore, mainly through the website.
Oh, you're talking about Studio Hawk in general.
For our
got
business
it.
too.
Yeah.
We have used that on clients before, but yeah, we personally don't use it because forgotten. But yeah, we don't use it technically anymore, but most of our stuff we track through HubSpot. HubSpot's great for it, everything. So we didn't need two systems, so we just use that.
Yeah.